Welcome to the wonderful world of Pokemon. You know how these videos work by now, whole number ratings out of 10, yada yada. Now, this might surprise you, but the Pokemon movies aren't actually very good. Let's take a look and see what the highest number on today's ratings will be. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, there's two of them? The Poke movies are all pretty samey, so to spice this video up, instead of doing the usual reviews in 10 words or less, we'll be doing these reviews to the theme of various Pokemon theme songs. Who's we? Well, to help me out, I brought in my buddy and professional singman, Caleb Hyles.
Hey everyone, happy to be here and privileged to be lending my voice to these reviews.
We're gonna review these movies to a variety of different Pokemon openings, starting with the original and then switching it up every few films. Okay, so it turns out the people who own Pokemon really hate it when you do that, because they hate fun, and this video got taken down with a copyright strike almost immediately. I have been trying to re-upload this for about 6 months in one form or another on YouTube, Dailymotion, Vimeo, and nothing works. So here is a little loophole I came up with. The singing reviews are no longer in this video, because that would be illegal, so it's muted now. But there just so happens to be a link in the description and the comment section that leads to the accompanying audio. Now, if you were to click that link and press play right in time with the start of the reviews, then the audio would just happen to sync up. Nothing illegal about that, it's just coincidence. So I'll just give you a second to scroll on down and open that up in a second tab. Okay, is that about enough time? Got it all loaded up? Okay, so I'm gonna give you a countdown of 3, 2, 1, Pokeball. And when the Pokeball appears, that's when you hit play. Got it? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, Pokeball. And that's all of them. Thanks very much to Caleb for lending me his voice. If you're into video games, cartoons, anime, or just good sounds going into your ear, then you should check out his cover channel in the description. Okay, time for the top and bottom 3.
Up till now, Team Rocket's been quite unscrupulous.
Being good guys for once would be super dupulous.
That's right!
Pokémon Heroes. Pokemon Heroes takes place in anime Venice and stars Ash, but not Misty or Brock, because they're locked in a closet for most of the movie. This is actually a good thing. Most Poké movies spread their thin plots even thinner by focusing on extraneous characters. Heroes is about just Ash befriending a girl that turns out to be a Latias. Together with a girl that turns out not to be a Latias and bald Mario, he must save the city from 2 Stylen thieves who just flat out attack people with their Pokemon.
You're not going to hurt us, are you?
Whatever would we do if he attacked us, Annie?
Espeon, show Oakley what we would do.
Espeon!
And you know what? I respect that. Heroes deserves praise for its above-average soundtrack and visuals, as well as for having an actual character death, which always makes these things feel weightier. There is a little too much screaming Latias and Latios for my tastes, though.
I haven't seen this many strange letters since the last time I placed a personal ad.
Giratina and the Sky Warrior. Boy, do I hate Shaman. This film is one long escort mission. The escortee? Shaman, a bratty, ungrateful, abusive Pokemon with actually no likable characteristics. Ash and friends are tasked with escorting Shaman to a field full of flowers that will allow it to fly away, hopefully into the sun. They are tasked with this mission by Shaman, because it does not feel like walking. Along the way, they are interrupted by little Timmy's first OC, who wants to hop into the Nega dimension, or whatever, and blow up our dimension. Why he wants to do this is unclear. His name is Zero. Because of course it is. I've seen this movie twice, and both times around the 75% mark, my brain just gives up and refuses to focus on the last third. I just can't do it, no matter how hard I try. I don't know what happens. What I do know is that Shaman attempts that tearful farewell with travel companions trope that I hate because it is absolutely not earned even a little.
Up till now, Team Rocket's been quite unscrupulous.
Being good guys for once would be super dupulous.
That's right!
Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. One of the big issues with most Poké movies is that the protagonists rarely have a reason to get involved with the plot. Like, why help the legendary Pokemon of the week? Well, there is rarely a reason other than Ash being a good person, Pikachu! And that leaves most of the films feeling pretty unmotivated. In this film, though, Pikachu is spirited away by a Mew and taken to a place called the Tree of Beginning. Ash and Co go after Pikachu, accompanied by a cool lady with stupid hair and a Lucario that was trapped in the stick for thousands of years. Ash's quest to reunite with Pikachu parallels Lucario's relationship with its old master, Sir Aaron, and they actually managed to squeeze a competent theme and half of a character arc out of that, so that's pretty good. Because Ash's quest has personal stakes for him, we actually care about what happens. And it also means we care more when everybody dies. Because everybody dies in this movie. Don't worry, they get better. Mostly. On top of that, the movie's actually pretty well paced and pretty charming. The downside of this film is that it's a little stupid. Lucario's imprisoned for a millennium because somebody throws a stick at him. Ash gets superpowers. Mew's immune system is a giant tree, and exactly how their symbiosis works is extremely unclear. It just gets worse the longer you think about it. So just don't, and you'll have a good time.
I haven't seen this many strange letters since the last time I placed a personal ad.
Genesect and the Legend Awakened. One day, a group of 5 Genesect pop out of the ground, and they are mad. They are mad at everyone. Are you everyone? They are mad at you, mad. Why are they mad? They don't go into it. What do they do if you ask them to stop being mad? They get madder. I know a lot of people don't like this movie because Mewtwo is voiced by a girl in this one, and like, that is by far the least offensive thing about it. Like, this entire movie is just so dull and frustrating that I think Mewtwo's voice is just the only thing they could remember walking out of the theater. There's an Ampharos in this movie. That's my favorite Pokemon. That's probably the best thing about it. I think my notes from my first time watching this movie really capture it well. They read, "The best thing about this movie. At one point, Mewtwo flies Genesect into space, and for a moment, I thought it was going to leave it there to die." The worst thing, it didn't.
Up till now, Team Rocket's been quite unscrupulous.
Being good guys for once would be super dupulous.
That's right.
Spell of the Unknown. Molly is a 5-year-old girl who lives with her father in their mansion. One day while on an expedition, the Unknown whisk him away, leaving Molly all alone in the world. The Unknown appear before Molly, and when they play together, their psychic power taps into her imagination, making it real. She locks herself away in a crystal dream world of her own design, where her greatest wishes become reality. Her first 2 wishes? She wants to see her mother and father again. The Unknown create an Entei like the one from her storybook as her new father, and the Entei fulfills her wish for a mother by taking the first woman he finds. Unfortunately, that happens to be Ash's mom. Oh hey, look at that, a reason for Ash to be in this movie and care about what's going on. Now Ash needs to break into the mansion and rescue his mom from a little girl who just wants to see her parents again. I'd like to nominate Molly Hale for Best Pokemon Antagonist. Okay, maybe second best. She's certainly the most sympathetic and definitely one of the more interesting concepts. I mean, a child who literally cannot lose a battle because she believes in herself too much makes for one heck of an obstacle in a Pokemon setting. She also has a Flaffy, so good taste. Would you believe me if I told you this was the only Pokemon movie where all of the protagonists participate in a Pokemon battle? Because it is! This movie's vibe and soundtrack especially are really good. Like, it's got a unique whimsical melancholy to it, and I really like it. Almost makes me kind of sad they used this for a Pokemon movie. With a little bit of tweaking, it could have been a solid film all on its own. Of course, that being said, it is still a 6 out of 10. Like, that last third does drag pretty hard, but still, I love it. She is so cute, let her be happy.
What does it matter if we failed at catching a Pokemon this time?
We'll get another chance to fail next time.
You know, there's a lot of genuine criticism you can throw at the Pokemon franchise, but one criticism I hear fairly often that I usually roll my eyes at is people claiming that Pokemon is all about the marketing. New movie? Just made to sell the games. Why is the anime still going? Do they even care anymore? They just want to make money. I don't like that the Sun Moon anime changed the art style and it looks better than it ever has before and the animation quality's way better now. Me. Like most of the time, none of that's true. Even the bad movies, even the worst games have some artistic merit to them. Hell, even the card game has some gorgeous illustrations, but there is one movie that I would argue is literally just a giant commercial, and that film is Hoopa and the Clash of Ages. This movie is literally nothing but a giant Pokemon battle with a bunch of legendaries who happen to be featured on the boxes of some upcoming Pokemon games. Like, there's a shred of plot, but it basically boils down to all the legendaries are fighting Hoopa after Hoopa summons them. Why? So they can be big and shiny and wiggle themselves on your screen long enough for a child to recognize them on the box next time they're at Walmart. The only person I could sort of recommend this to is a kaiju movie fan, but even then, if you like giant monster battles, there's a lot of other Pokemon movies that aren't as boring as this one. There's no depth, there's no character, charm, or intrigue. It is literally just, here are Pokemon, watch them fight. In the end, the only thing Hoopa really summons with its ring is this movie's rating, a big, fat, empty 0. Hey, thank you for watching. If you like this video and if you like Pokemon, then you should check out our friends at TheLoadingCrew. They've got a show all about Pokemon and their very own tabletop adventure set in the Utopus region with original artwork, animation, and a bunch of cool players and guest stars, including yours truly. They've got over 400 episodes of content. And if you want to try it out and see if you like it without worrying about catching up, then I recommend watching one of the standalone arcs like Anar City, because I am in that one.
And I play Phoenica Felicity, who is just one of my favorites. She also has a Flaffy. Links to that episode, as well as some of the other recommendations from the Loading Crew, are down in the description. You should go check them out, they are fun. Okay, bye.